My name is Michelle, and I will tell you how I knew I was gay. Pretty much when I was 4 or 5 years old, I would do things that girls won't. Like I would play with action figures and cars and dress up all sportsy like I was a tomboy, and I preferred wearing Nikes over Sunday shoes. I think that's what it's called. But um yeah, I would refuse to wear dresses. I hated girl things, and I would much rather be playing with action figures than Barbies. Most girls do play with action figures, right? And somehow, you guys were like, "Oh, well, how do you know you're gay?" Well, I crushed on my friend, and this was like when I was 4 or 5 years old, and it was a girl. And I have never had feelings for guys ever in my whole life. Well, yeah, maybe, yeah, I thought some guys were cute, but no, I would never date them. And I felt so different from everybody else that I knew what I liked. I had crushes on girls, I had feelings for girls, and I would much rather talk about girls and how pretty they were with guys than to talk to a guy and be like, "Hey, I like you." No, I wasn't like that. I kept it to myself. I hid the fact that I was gay till I was in 8th grade because I was afraid of being judged. As every gay person out there, they're afraid of, people bullying them and all that horrible stuff, which I don't even know why. Kids are so mean. People are so mean towards the gay people. We are just like straights. The only difference is we like the same gender. And I don't see how that is so bad. Because most I don't even know. I have lost all faith. But we are just the same as everyone else out there. Big deal. Okay? There are a bunch of girls out there that are curious. They make out with girls for fun. Guys talk about gays all the time. We are no different than anybody else out there. We all have a heartbeat. We all have feelings. We think differently, but we all are human. I just don't see what the big deal is. But anyways, I hid the fact that I was gay all my life because I was afraid of being judged. And everybody judges. Everybody is so mean to one another. I don't even know why. Why can't we all just get along? Like, aren't we all brother and sister according to God? But yeah, I hid the fact that I was gay all my life, and the reason why was because I felt like I didn't want to be different from everybody else. And I think every kid hates being different, so they follow the crowd. And I officially came out to my friends in 8th grade because I dated this girl, and I never thought that I would ever date a girl, especially because I thought that I was the only one out there. When I knew I wasn't, I just felt like I would never find someone for me. But I dated this one girl in 8th grade for 3 years on and off, and everybody found out like 2 days after. It spread like wildfire. It was so, I don't know if it was a bad thing. Like, my part, I didn't care because I have that mentality that, yeah, people are gonna talk, so what can they do to you? They're in your life, and if they want to leave, they can leave. That's my opinion on life and friends. But I think I gained more friends being the way I am and accepting the fact that I am gay. And that's all you have to do is accept yourself, and people will accept you. If they don't, screw them. If they don't want to be in your life, that's fine. You'll have many people out there that'll support you. But I came out to my parents last year. I was a junior, and I was dating this beautiful girl. She was so beautiful. And we dated for almost a year. And my mom knew that we were best friends. And my dad kind of suspected that I was gay when I was a sophomore. He questioned me about it, and I was like, no, what are you talking about? We're just friends. And, I went to my mom's after school one day, and she asked me, are you and Amy dating? And I said, what are you talking about? And she said, your dad told me that you're gay. Are you gay? And, well, I was just like, whoa, I don't know what's gonna happen. Whether is she going to disown me, or smack me, or what? But what she did was that she told me that I don't want you to be gay. You are not gay. And in my mind, I was thinking, but it's who I am. And it was so hard for me to talk to my mom after that because she didn't want to accept the fact that I was. And she threatened to take everything away from me. And, parents are supposed to be supportive over their child. And I understand that it's scared my mom, and she doesn't want that because her cousin is gay, and she's Catholic, and she believes that it's the wrong thing. But I understand my mom. Like, she wants me to have kids. Well, right now I'm too young to have kids, but she wants grandkids for me. And I can, I, I'm just, I don't like guys. I'm sorry. And then when I went home, I thought about it for a while, and I didn't tell my dad anything. He had no idea what was going on. I went in my room. I freaked out. I called my little sister in because she knows I am. She's been supportive of me since I came out to her like 3-4 years ago. And she looked at me and she goes, I think the best idea is to tell Dad. He'll be understanding, I promise. And if he isn't, I'll be here for you. So I looked at my sister. I'm like, okay. So I walked into the kitchen. I was like, Dad, Mom asked me if I was gay. And I just looked at him. He just looked at me. And I go, I am, and I'm sorry. I can't help it. And I just cried. I cried in front of my dad. And I don't normally cry in front of my parents. But I cried. And my dad hugs me and he says, you are my daughter and I love you. Nothing is going to change the fact that you are my child. Whatever makes you happy makes me happy. He accepted me, and that's the greatest thing a gay kid could ever expect from their parents, is that they're proud of them and they accept them and they love them just the way they are. And that's what my dad did. So I cried, and my dad said he loved me. And that was the greatest feeling in the world. The only problem is my mom. So my dad has been supportive of me, but my mom still pushes the fact, like, she ignores the fact that I am, and she still thinks that I am in a phase when I really know what I am inside. She just pushes it away. Like, she still thinks that I'm gonna marry a guy, but she's a very lovely woman. I love my mom, and me and my mom are best friends, and I can tell her anything. All that matters is that you be true to who you are. Be happy with who you are, and don't let anybody get in the way of your happiness. Be yourself, and other people will admire that about you. Be yourself, no matter what. Okay, people are gonna talk, people are gonna say shit. All that matters is that you are true to your heart. And if you stay who you are, people will learn to love that. You can't just live life basing your feelings on other people. Like, what do they want? What does my what do my parents want, what do my friends want. It's what do you want and what makes you happy. What makes you happy? That's all that matters. If you're happy with being gay, good job. If you're not, build a confidence, because we are wonderful. No matter what anybody says, we are no different than anybody else out there. Stay true to yourself. It's okay to be different. I promise. It's so okay to be different. We all are different in our own ways. Different is a good thing. Be different. Be unique. Be you. That's all that matters in life, really. Be yourself. Be happy. Be you. Trust your heart. Forget what anybody says. The best thing you can do to yourself is be true. Because if you hide behind a mask all the time, you're never going to be happy. So just forget what anybody says, any hateful things. Live life the way you want to live it. Don't be living life the way they want you to live. Just be happy. And if you're happy, then everything else is happy, and you're happy, and everything's good. So just don't listen to people. Just be yourself, and you'll be happy. I promise. I promise. Everything will be okay. It's okay to be different. It really is. Different is good. I promise you, being gay is okay. It's more than alright. You're good enough for anybody else out there. You're good enough. Being gay is okay. I'm here for you. I promise.